Imagine living in a floating city the size of 3 football fields, with 5,000 roommates, where your bed is smaller than a prison cell. You work 18-hour shifts, and you won't touch land for 6 straight months. This is a $13 billion U.S. Navy aircraft carrier, one of the most complex machines humans have ever built. Today, we're going inside to see how 5,000 sailors eat, sleep, and work in the middle of the ocean, and why many say this is the hardest job they'll ever love. Let's start with the most important question. How do you feed 5,000 hungry sailors 3 meals a day when the nearest grocery store is 500 miles away? The answer is staggering. The aircraft carrier's galley, that's Navy speak for kitchen, prepares over 17,000 meals every single day. That's breakfast, lunch, dinner, and midnight rations for the crew working night shifts. To make this happen, the ship stores an absolutely insane amount of food. We're talking 2,000 pounds of chicken, 1,000 pounds of beef, 3,000 hot dogs, 500 gallons of milk, and 30,000 eggs. Every single week. The storage areas, called reefers, are massive refrigerated rooms kept at precisely 28 degrees Fahrenheit. Some of these rooms are so big you could park 2 city buses inside them, and they're packed floor to ceiling with pallets of frozen food. But here's where it gets interesting. The culinary specialists, the Navy's name for cooks, work in 4 rotating shifts around the clock. The midnight shift is particularly brutal. While most of the ship sleeps, a team of 20 cooks is already prepping breakfast for 5,000 people who'll start lining up at 6 a.m. sharp. The main galley itself is enormous, about the size of a full basketball court. Industrial mixers that can blend 80 quarts at once. Ovens that can cook 100 chickens simultaneously. And grills stretching 20 feet long where eggs, bacon, and pancakes are cooked assembly line style. Sailors eat in what's called the mess deck. Think high school cafeteria, but with much better food and a lot more metal. There are rows of tables bolted to the floor, and during peak meal times, it's packed shoulder to shoulder. You grab your tray, move through the line cafeteria style, and you've got maybe 20 minutes to eat before you need to get back to work. The menu actually rotates on a 21-day cycle, so you're not eating the same thing every week. Taco Tuesday is a real thing on carriers, and it's treated like a holiday. The Navy also tries to serve special meals on actual holidays. Think turkey on Thanksgiving, steaks on the 4th of July. But here's a crazy detail most people don't know. Everything is rationed. Each sailor gets exactly 1 serving of protein, 1 starch, 2 vegetables, and dessert. If you want seconds, you better be friends with the servers or show up when the line is dying down. Now let's talk about where these 5,000 sailors sleep, because this is where things get really tight. The sleeping quarters are called berthing compartments, and calling them cozy would be extremely generous. Imagine a room about the size of a 2-car garage, and now stack 60 sailors in there. That's the reality. Each sailor gets a rack, that's a bed, stacked 3 high. Your personal space is a rectangle 6 feet long, 2.5 feet wide, and maybe 2 feet of vertical space. You can't sit up. You can barely roll over. And there's another person sleeping 8 inches above your face. For storage, you get 1 coffin locker. It's literally called that because of its shape. It's about 6 feet long and 2 feet wide, and it holds everything you own for 6 months. Your clothes, toiletries, personal items, photos from home, everything. The sleeping schedule is brutal because the carrier operates 24/7. While you're trying to sleep at 2 p.m. after a night shift, someone's bunk above you is empty because they're working, and someone else is climbing into the rack below you to sleep before their shift starts at 4 p.m. Here's what makes it even harder: noise. Berthing compartments are right below the flight deck. So when F-18 Super Hornets are launching at full afterburner every 90 seconds, the entire room shakes. The sound is so loud it penetrates through the steel hull. Experienced sailors learn to sleep through it. New sailors? Not so much. Then there's the light situation. The compartment lights never fully turn off. There's always red lighting so people coming in and out don't trip, which means it's never truly dark. And the air? It's recycled constantly. The ventilation system pumps filtered air, but with 60 people breathing, sweating, and living in one room, it gets stuffy fast. The temperature is controlled, but good luck getting it to feel comfortable when everyone has different preferences. Privacy is basically non-existent. Each rack has a small curtain you can pull across for a tiny bit of personal space, but that's it. There are no private rooms unless you're a high-ranking officer, and even then, most officers share small staterooms. Showers are communal and rationed. You get maybe 3 minutes of water, and it's usually cold after the first minute because 4,999 other people are also trying to shower. The trick is to wake up extra early and hit the showers before everyone else. Despite all this, sailors personalize their racks as much as possible. Photos of family taped to the ceiling above them. Small battery-powered reading lights clipped to the bed frame. Noise-canceling headphones have become essential gear. The Navy calls this hot racking when the ship is really crowded, multiple sailors sharing the same bed across different shifts. Thankfully, on most carriers, everyone gets their own rack now, but it's still tight. Now for the work. And this is where the carrier reveals itself as one of the most dangerous and complex workplaces on Earth. First, understand this. The carrier never stops. Ever. While you're sleeping, eating, or trying to relax, hundreds of operations are happening simultaneously. Aircraft are launching and landing. The nuclear reactors are running. Navigation is plotting the course. Maintenance crews are fixing equipment. Security teams are on watch. The average sailor works 12 to 18 hours a day. That's not an exaggeration. A typical day might look like this. Wake up at 5 a.m., work from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. with a 30-minute lunch break, then have mandatory training or maintenance work from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Then you've got maybe 4 to 5 hours to shower, eat dinner, and sleep before you do it all again. Let's talk about the flight deck, the most dangerous 4.5 acres of real estate in the world. This is where the organized chaos happens. Aircraft weighing 50,000 pounds are catapulted from 0 to 165 miles per hour in 2 seconds. Jet engines screaming at 140 decibels. Fuel lines running across the deck. Bombs and missiles being loaded onto planes. The sailors working up here wear color-coded jerseys, so everyone knows their job instantly. Yellow shirts are aircraft handlers and catapult officers. Green shirts handle cargo and maintenance. Red shirts are ordnance. They load the weapons. Purple shirts fuel the jets. Blue shirts are tractor drivers and elevator operators. And brown shirts are plane captains. Everyone on the flight deck communicates with hand signals because you can't hear anything over the jet noise. One wrong step, one moment of distraction, and you could walk into a spinning propeller, get sucked into a jet intake, or blown overboard by jet exhaust. Below deck, it's a completely different world. The engineering spaces are hot, loud, and cramped. Sailors monitor the 2 nuclear reactors that power the entire ship. These reactors can run for 25 years without refueling and generate enough electricity to power a city of 100,000 people. In the Combat Information Center, sailors stare at screens tracking everything within 500 miles: ships, aircraft, submarines, even weather patterns. They're processing data from satellites, radar, sonar, and intelligence reports 24 hours a day. Then you've got the maintenance crews. The carrier has over 2,000 compartments, 2,500 telephones, 30,000 light fixtures, and hundreds of miles of cables and pipes. Something is always breaking, and it needs to be fixed immediately because there's no calling a repairman when you're 500 miles from land. Medical personnel run a full hospital with operating rooms, X-ray machines, a pharmacy, and a dental clinic. They handle everything from appendicitis to broken bones to heart attacks. The ship even has its own post office, barbershop, gym, and chapel. There's a small store where sailors can buy essentials. During long deployments, the ship occasionally gets a mail delivery by helicopter, and getting a letter from home is the highlight of any sailor's week. Despite the brutal schedule, there's a sense of pride that keeps everyone going. These sailors know they're operating the most powerful warship ever built. They're launching $100 million fighter jets that can strike targets 1,000 miles away. They're projecting American power across the globe. So there you have it, life aboard a $13 billion aircraft carrier. 5,000 sailors eating 17,000 meals a day, sleeping in racks stacked 3 high with no privacy, working 18-hour shifts in one of the most dangerous workplaces on Earth. It's cramped, it's exhausting, and it's relentless. But it's also an incredible feat of human engineering and teamwork. This floating city operates 24/7 for months at a time, thousands of miles from home, and it never misses a beat. If you found this fascinating, Hit that subscribe button because we're diving deep into more military operations you never knew existed. And drop a comment. Could you handle 6 months living like this?